Hello dear students, once again I am in front of you to teach for class 9. So first topic today I will discuss, that is melting. So melting is nothing, so many times we have discussed, melting is nothing but it's a process in which solid get converted into liquid. This is called melting, and even has got another name, that is fusion. So melting or fusion is a process in which the solid particle get converted into liquid upon heating. When you are heating a solid, if it get converted into liquid, then this process is known as melting or fusion. Very simple thing. Now what is melting point? So melting point is nothing but it's the temperature. We have already talked about the process of melting. In process, what is the process? In that process, solid get converted into liquid. That process is known as melting. And what is melting point? The melting point is the temperature. Melting point is nothing but it's a temperature at which this process takes place. So melting point is nothing but it is a temperature over which the process of melting or the process of fusion takes place. So that means the temperature at which a solid substance gets converted into liquid at 1 atmospheric pressure. At 1 atmospheric pressure, if a solid get converted into liquid at a particular temperature, then that particular temperature is known as melting point or fusion point. Melting point or fusion point. So you always mention this 1 atmospheric pressure because you carry out all the normal process at 1 atmospheric pressure, that is open environment. So pressure is 1 atmospheric pressure. So if you are carrying out this process as any other pressure than the 1 atmospheric pressure, then it would not be known as melting point. So melting point always takes place at 1 atmospheric pressure. Melting always takes place at, so melting point we calculate at 1 atmospheric pressure. So that is why while writing definition you should remember to write this atmospheric pressure. Now in another way you can define the melting point. Some solids are very hard, some solids are soft, and some solid have got a moderate hardness. So the solid which is very hard has got very high temperature, just like the iron. If you want to melt the iron, it will require around 1500 degrees Celsius temperature to get them melt. If you want to melt the wax, that means candle, very easily you can melt it at very low temperature. If you want to melt the ice, you can melt it at 0 degrees Celsius also when you supply the heat energy. So that means different solid substances have got different melting point. What does it mean? Does it mean that means where the force of attraction is more heat energy has to be supplied. More heat energy has to be supplied to overcome the force of attraction between the particles. So that means melting point will tell you the strength of the force of attraction available between the solid particles. The force of attraction, strength of the force of attraction. If the melting point is high, then the strength of the force of attraction is very high. If the melting point is moderate, then the force of attraction is moderate. If the melting point is very low, that means force of attraction is very low, that means soft substance. So ultimately we can say that melting point of a solid is a measure, that means it measures the force of attraction between its particle. So it tells you the how much force of attraction is there, so it's measured. Now next question is, how does process of melting takes place? So to understand, we have tried in detail. So when you heat a solid substance, this heat energy will make the solid particles vibrate. When you heat a solid substance, then the solid particles get this heat energy and start vibrating rapidly. Normally it vibrates without hitting, all the solid particle vibrates about their mean position, but it vibrates very slowly. But when you heat, it will get heat energy. Due to the heat energy, it will get extra kinetic energy. Then it will start vibrating very rapidly. That means it will start vibrating very fast. And still we are heating it. Still we are continuously heating it. The temperature which reach, that means at its melting point. So at certain point it will reach a temperature. That means it will reach to the melting point. So when you continue heat it at its melting point, its particle become little bit loosen. Its particle, the force of attraction, little bit become weakened. It is little bit overcome. At that case, what happens? This solid particle which are at a particular fixed position, they start leaving its position and form a new group of particles. This new group of particles which is flexible in nature. Flexible in nature, that means still the force of attraction is there between the particle which binds the particles together, but this force of attraction now is not enough capable to hold them at a fixed position. So that's why they are free to move within the container, within the body of the liquid. They can slip one another. So in this case, the solid melts. So it leaves its fixed position. Why it leaves fixed position? Because the force of attraction gone weakens. So that's why I break them from its small and it makes a small group of particle which is known as liquid. Understood? Now next is vaporization. What is the process of vaporization? Vaporization, that means it's a process in which liquid get converted into gas. It is a process in which liquid get converted into a gas upon heating. When you heat a liquid and if this liquid get converted into gas, then this process is known as vaporization. So now we will be learning the boiling point. Boiling point. So again this is our temperature. Again boiling point is nothing but it is a temperature at which liquid gets converted into vapor very rapidly. Okay, here also we mention rapidly. So the temperature at which liquid get converted into gas. A liquid get converted into gas very rapidly at 1 atmospheric pressure. Such temperature is known as boiling point. So boiling point is the temperature at which liquid get converted into gas very rapidly upon heating at 1 atmospheric pressure is called boiling point. It's called boiling point. Now next, some liquid has more boiling point, some liquid has less boiling point, some liquid has moderate boiling point. See, these are all indicates the force of attraction. If the boiling point is more, then the force of attraction between liquid particle is more. If the boiling point is less, then the force of attraction between the liquid particles are less. If the boiling point is moderate, then the force of attraction is moderate between the liquid particles. Okay, so that's why we can define boiling point in another way. So boiling point is nothing but it measures the extent of force of attraction. Boiling point is nothing, it measures the extent of force of attraction existing between the liquid particles. Liquid particles, it will measure the force of attraction, how much force of attraction is there, whether it is less, more or moderate. So it will decide. So on the basis of boiling point, we can decide the extent of force of attraction. So we can define like that also. Now the next question, how does process of boiling or vaporization takes place? So this is the process we'll discuss. When a liquid is heated, so this liquid particle gets heat energy. Upon getting heat energy, this heat energy gets converted into kinetic, and this is converted into their kinetic energy. And this kinetic energy make these particles vibrate very vigorously. This kinetic energy will make them still them vibrate very vigorously. When this liquid particle starts vibrating very vigorously, and still we are continue to heat, so when we continue to heat these liquid particles, so this particle a point will reach, that means a temperature will reach, that means at its boiling point, entire force of attraction between the liquid particles overcome or broken, or it get vanished. This force of attraction between the particle get vanished at a boiling point. The temperature at which it boils, that means at boiling point the force of attraction become approximately zero. So now the liquid particle become free to move. When it become free to move, it leave its position, and that's why it get converted into gas, and this is the process of vaporization. So this is the way the process of boiling or vaporization takes place. Okay, thank you. I'll explain it further in next lecture.